Okay.
Ready when you
All
are.
right, let's do it. Oh, I gotta get back on the right Discord channel. Whoop. All right, everybody muted. Everybody. All right.
All right.
Hello, friends and fiends. Welcome to Bugs Need Heroes, the podcast about insect superpowers. Each episode, an artist and an entomologist team up to illustrate the inspiring abilities of insects by creating bug-themed superheroes. I'm Amanda.
I'm Kelly.
Producer Derek and Desdemona are also here. Before we get started creating this bug-inspired hero, what's bugging you, Clay?
Oh, Amanda, I was thinking of you yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I love when people think of me.
Joe and I went to the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Arts in New York City. Joe wanted to go to see a woman artist. Last name is Frigga. She's some kind of Scandinavian, and she does these beautiful marble paint, like watercolor paintings. Very, very pretty. And not just watercolor, she uses lots of media. So we enjoyed that. And they also had, which I thought was incredible, John Singer Sargent's paintings. Do you know of him?
Sargent. Yeah.
And so for everyone else, it was called the Sargent in Paris exhibit. By the time this comes out, I'm sorry to say it will be gone. Sargent was a American artist who moved to France, to Paris. And his paintings were beautiful. He really gets light and shadow, and I don't know anything about art. I know nothing. Okay. But they were so realistic. Some of them looked like photographs. I could not believe it.
It's amazing. So Sargent actually just showed up in the most recent season of The Gilded Age, if you want to know more about, like...
So maybe our Gilded Age fans will get this reference.
Gilded Age will understand. And they kind of sort of referenced, like, this moment in his life where he, like, accidentally ruined a woman's life, but it's fine. Because like there was like this young socialite, right? And one of his most famous paintings is this painting of this young socialite.
Woman. Yeah, so many beautiful paintings of socialites in general.
That was what he was known for, was repertoire. Painting these beautiful portraits of young women. And he was also like somewhat famous for they would like show up in their beautiful dresses, and he'd be like, "No, you can't wear that." And he'd like dress them in things he had, or he'd go through their closets and be like, "This is the one you need to wear." And he like often would put them in like their mother's gowns, or like famously he like just once just wrapped a woman in fabric and was like, because that's the color he wanted, because he was very much about like the color composition. But there's one socialite, this is the famous story, is this one socialite, he paints a picture of her, but he has like, she's got these chain holding up her dress thing, which like already the dress is a little bit
we saw that painting,
right? Yes,
yeah.
That's why I mentioned it, because it's at the Met. Yeah. So now the chain is up. But originally when it was shown in the Académie, the chain of one side was down, as if she'd just been ravished by a lover. And it ruined her life, because everyone was like, oh, she's a salute. She can't be seen in society anymore. And even though Sargent went back and was like, okay, I'll fix the chain. I'll fix it, it was too late. But yeah, that's what he's known for, is these beautiful paintings of these lovely women
who look like they're kind of having a good time too. Very like self-assured women. There was no I don't know, like hiding kind of. And also several paintings of this man who was also very beautiful, and he was partially, I know that Singer did a lot of male nude paintings that I think he was probably gay, or at least bi. And so there are several paintings of the same man who was like dark curly hair. He was very handsome, but you could tell he really, what Joe said when we were looking at these paintings was that Sargent seems to understand where your focus is going to be in the painting. Like, we like to look at faces, and he really focuses on making sure all of that is perfect. But what an amazing exhibit, and I'm sorry that it's not there anymore, guys.
Yeah, it's only there through like the third or whatever.
The third, yeah. Hopefully it will be coming to a museum near wherever you are, and if you see it, please go. It was wonderful.
I want it to come near me so bad, and I don't think it will, because I just don't think the Pam is big enough to like draw it. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I was thinking of you, Amanda, and I thought Amanda would love this. What's bugging you other than the fact that you missed this art exhibit?
That is truly, like, I just want to go to New York so bad, like, just to go to like this sort of stuff, right? Again, we've talked before.
We've got a bed for you. We have a spare bedroom if you want to come.
One day I'll make it over. Like, I also want to go to Philadelphia for like similar reasons, and my husband every time is like, I've been to Philadelphia, do not go there. And I'm like, we're going. What's bugging me, I have like a little cute little buggy story. My daughter this week, I don't know how, but found a cupboard moth larva at her grandparents' house. Sorry to call you out, grandparents. And she kept it in her hand. She like had it in her little baby hand, and she named it Sweetie Worm. And she like had a pet worm for like an hour before I was like, okay, it's time to let go of Sweetie Worm.
Sweetie Worm.
Sweetie Worm.
Cute.
And you know, and it's like the most basic of caterpillars, the cupboard moth, right? It's just like a white little like half-inch little squiggly guy, but she just had her in her little hand and was walking, Sweetie Worm, come on, Sweetie Worm. She tried to feed it like tortilla chips. It was a whole thing. It was
very cute.
So sweet.
That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
The other thing that happened to me this morning, so there's a spider that keeps building a web across our door frame, and every single morning the web gets knocked down because we use the door. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll build it high enough that we don't knock it down for a few days, and then we'll knock it down. Well, this morning I was the one to knock it down, and I got it on me, and I was like, web on me. I can't believe I didn't remember. It's been weeks. You'd think I'd remember. And then I realized I was more annoyed that I had broken her web than I was scared of the idea that she might be on me somewhere.
Oh, that's great.
Like, progress.
Because Cody would have fled.
Cody freaks out every time. He's like that. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking into spider webs, but leave a message and I'll call you back. And he's like, every time he's like, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, I'm so sorry. I broke your house. I know you remake it every day, but this time it was me.
Good for you, Amanda. That's progress.
I felt like it was progress. I felt like, because 2 years ago I would have been like, ooh, get it off me. But now I'm like, where is she? Get her off. Go rebuild your house, you dumb spider who keeps building it in the same spot, even though it gets knocked down every single day.
You know what? Gold star for you, Amanda. Gold star.
Somebody call Kevin. So, but we're not having a bug that people are scared of today, is my understanding.
Today's a gentle
people
bug.
Like this one. A gentle sweetie, a sweetie worm, as it were.
A sweetie hopper, we'll call them.
Sweetie hopper.
So today we are covering leafhoppers.
So you've referenced leafhoppers before when we've talked about other bugs. Like, oh, it's like a leafhopper. And I have just been nodding along like, oh, yes, of course. You know, like a liar, because I do not know what a leafhopper is.
I like that you never told me, though. You're just like, oh, yes, leafhopper.
I've been like, oh, of course. I, too, know what a leafhopper is, and I do not.
Well, we did cover froghoppers, the spittle bugs, which they are,
yes.
What we call that a sister taxa, where they are kind of related to each other, and they also related to plant hoppers. I don't remember if we covered plant hoppers or not.
Love the little hoppers, because I know what a grasshopper is. We talked about it a lot in the grasshopper because they're also kind of similar niche level bugs. But that's as far as I know.
Hopping is an excellent strategy for a bug.
Hop, hop, hop.
It really works. Why not take advantage? So we have so leafhoppers are different. There are about so this is a big family, Amanda. We're talking genera level. So genera for us is Homo. We are Homo sapiens. There are 2,600 genera inside this family. Yeah.
Wow. That feels high to have that many.
It's pretty high. Yeah, that is a high. And then species, we're talking around 22,000.
Yeah, because normally you come at me with there's 2,600 species.
Yeah.
But to go the next step up and still have that many. Wow.
Yeah, it feels like we're talking about beetles, right? There's so many of these little guys. And they're found pretty much everywhere. Of course, species dependent, will be in different places, environment, temperature. In North America, north of Mexico, so we're talking United States, Canada, 3,000 species. So we have many hoppies here.
They're hopping around. So some of the bugs I may be disturbing when I like walk through a field.
Many of them are leafhoppers, probably.
Many of them are hoppers.
They're really cool. So they have wedge-shaped bodies, and I think Derek has photos of a few. He'll throw them in, and we will, of course, share photos of them on social media when this episode comes out. And they can come in really vibrant, iridescent colors like reds and blues and turquoise. They can be striped. They can be camouflage colored. If you check, yeah, look at this little guy. I've seen these before.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I'm recognizing this body shape. This basic body plan does look familiar to me as little fellows who hop out of my path when I make it sound like I'm walking through like grass fields all the time.
How idyllic.
I'm not worried about ticks. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just walking through
Very
fields.
Sound of Music for Amanda every day.
Every day. It's my own unmowed backyard. But yes. Yeah, I am recognizing this.
For the Star Wars fans out there, the hopper ship looks very much like a leafhopper shape, if you were to think about that, including those wings that come up into sort of a tent-like triangle in the back.
Yeah.
But the colors are gorgeous. And again, we're going to share lots of photos of these guys because they come in all kinds of crazy colors.
Well, when there's 22,000 of you, you got to stand out somehow.
Yeah, everyone's not green. It's just not working that way. Everyone's not brown.
So we've got red and blues, we've got browns and greens. Obviously, those are standard bug colors. This one's got like a cool teal stripe. This one's like blue marbling.
Yeah, really pretty.
If you're looking for a bug as a reference for something and you're like, I specifically want a bug that is X color, start with leafhoppers. Clearly they come in every color.
Well, how would you describe this body plan then for?
So he's kind of got, I mean, obviously varying from bug to bug, but I'd say of the most basic level, kind of a cicada-esque head with like the hammerhead shark eyes with like, they're kind of like too far apart. You're like, why are your eyes so far apart? And then whatever the mouth situation is, some of them have like a pointy nose, some of them have a flat nose, but they've all got the mouth. And then the two wing shapes, I assume there's wings underneath this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the outer wings, which I claim are not wings, I don't think they should count as wings. Elytra, I believe they're called. They seem to meet up and form, like you said, a tent. The basic body plan seems to be bug, but he's got a ridge down his back where the two wings
kind of fold up. Yeah.
Yeah. The only way I can describe it is like he's got a head and then triangle prism down his body.
Yeah, that works. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah. So
and it varies a lot between them. Some of them are very pointy on top, and some of them are more flat.
So sometimes
they definitely all have the meat.
That nice pointiness one, it's pretty streamlined. So we'll talk about later that they're quite the hoppers.
Yes.
So you want that sort of aerodynamic shape. But also, when they are more blend-in colors, they'll look like a protrusion of a plant. Oh. Like maybe a thorn or a little like beginning of a leaflet coming out of a stem.
The little buds.
Yeah, they'll start to look like plant parts, which is a pretty cool strategy. Either we're brightly colored and we're saying, don't eat me, I'm gross, or I'm a thorn. Don't pay attention to me. These are kind of the two strategies these guys are going to. And they're really small. So we're talking between 2 millimeters to 15 millimeters in length. So that's that's 0.08 inches to maybe a little bit over a half an inch is the range. Most of them are about half an inch. Or less than half an inch in length. They're pretty tiny.
Oh, now I've looked up the ones in my local area, and I'm enjoying these guys. These guys are cute.
So already we've reached maximum cuteness, I think.
They are cute. They're like strangely cute. Oh, this one's like a koi fish. I'm sorry. I'll stop looking at these so I can pay attention to you.
But, well, that's good. It means I think we've hit a bug Amanda likes, like immediately.
Well, I love a good aesthetic bug.
Well, I won't be tricking you today. There's no like we love this bug and then oops, it's a bug rapist. Yeah, that's not happening this episode.
But accidentally bug war crimes. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are okay. So if everyone, while you're listening to the podcast, if you're not driving, if you take a peek at these bugs on your phone or your computer, they're adorable and you can enjoy them being adorable, I promise. So you might notice that they have spiny little leggies and that the back legs are pretty thick compared to the front. And I know you've noticed because you're staring at them buggies.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm really looking at them. They're really, really cute.
So they have an interesting mechanism. They will take those back legs and press down on them, and they will lock into place. So you can think of like a coiled spring that is locked in with like a lever, perhaps, or a pin or something. And then when they're ready to jump, they release that, and it decompresses all at once.
And it makes a little boing sound.
But it happens in about 1 to 2 milliseconds. It is fast. Like really, really fast. And I like to, well, let's see, I think I have, so for example, there's one species, Aphrodis bicincutus. That's a tough name, guys. So the jumps have been recorded with a takeoff velocity up to 2.9 meters per second, which is so fast. That is a velocity I don't think we could handle. That is wild.
Well, isn't that part of the idea of why you stay small if you're a hopper? Is like the velocity.
It won't destroy you.
Immediately crush you. Yeah. You can withstand the G's because you're so small.
It's pretty amazing. They can reach a height of about 17 inches. That's about half a meter. If we're thinking.
Are you what? He's.
Pew!
So, oh my gosh! She's half an inch long, and then she's wow, almost 2. That's crazy.
And it's all, like I said, within about 2 milliseconds. Just gone.
Wow.
Really, really amazing.
So I won't even see her as I walk through the field.
No, she'll
already be gone.
I think
by the time I arrive.
I think we got like a listener question or some where they asked if they teleport, like how do they move so quickly? And it's really that the energy trapped in that leg compression being released all at once. It looks like a teleport because you will not see it. It'll just be gone. It's like our eyes can't focus on that.
I don't know if you remember these. I don't even know if they make them now. When I was a kid, they had these cheap plastic frogs it was like a little frog frame, and then it had like a little tab on the end, and then you'd press down the little tab, and then when you released it, boing goes the frog. I don't even know if they even make them anymore, but that's what I thought of when you're like, press it down. But they should have been making them leaf hopper shaped, obviously. Frog, get out of here. We're leaf hopper.
Leaf hopper jump is, I think, a lot more impressive. A frog needs muscle. Frogs are jumping with muscle.
Fools.
This is more like mechanical engineering jumping, not muscle.
This is physics taken to its full advantage here.
Bugs love physics, let me tell you. They are really maximizing.
Every single one has a physics degree.
Yes. They're all PhD in physics.
Dr. Bug.
Dr. Bug. A PhD I could not get ever. So good job, Bugs, on that. But what's kind of funny, and I was thinking about this because in preparation for this episode, I'm sure the listeners know by now I do a lot of reading. I can't know everything about every group of bugs out there. You know, I read several journal articles and some other I have books. I have like 1 million bug books. I read through those. But I was looking at diagrams of their back legs and how this like structure works, how the compression is, where the little grooves are that it locks the legs into. And it got me thinking that if for some reason they like didn't release at the same time for each leg, it would wildly spin out like a balloon where you let go of the air and it's like whoop, 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 whoop. But a little and it made me laugh for like 20 minutes thinking about a leafhopper just wildly spinning out while launching through the air because it messed up blocking the two legs.
Right, because we talked about that with it must have been grasshoppers, how like they can't desynchronize their legs because they lock in perfectly in sync. I assume that's also happening.
You gotta, or you're gonna spin out like a top, and it would be very funny, but also probably still fine for predator avoidance. Because how's a predator even gonna figure out what direction?
Never let them know your next move.
So yeah, they're really really neat. They also have some other interesting adaptations. So they secrete waxy granules, and this is called a brachysome. They are the only, as far as I know, they're the only little guys that do this. I'm sure someone can let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't remember reading about any other bugs that particularly have these brachysomes. And they rub them all over their bodies, and it waxes them, so it protects them from water. And because these guys, I didn't mention before, these guys are sapsuckers. So they sapsucker. They drink the sap of plants, and then they excrete the waste out their butts, which is very sticky. And they like to hang out together. So this waxy coating keeps other bugs' butt juice off of them. It slides right off. Yeah.
What a problem to have to like create a solution for. You're just like, well, I'm getting too sticky with my buddies here. I'm gonna have to create a waxy coating so that we are not all stuck together like a rat king here at the end of the day.
Oh, a little leafhopper rat king. What are you gonna do?
Oh wow, because we did talk about that with spittlebug, how it just kind of goes right through them. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, this is more concentrated. It's a lot more sticky. Spittlebugs is a little more dilute, so they can make the nice foam. These guys don't do that, so they just drop out thick, droplets of sugar waste out their backsides. And but it's neat. So they rub this wax all over them. It's like waxing a car, right? You don't want stuff getting stuck to your car, so you wax it. It's the same process. They will also use these brachiosomes when they lay eggs. So females will poke a hole in a leaf or a stem, lay their egg in it, and then seal the hole with the brachiosome, with the wax, to protect it. This way, it's protecting it from the elements, it's sealing it from predators. It's a pretty nice little plug strategy for your nest. Not a full nest, just a tube with an egg in it.
Yeah, the waxing is really interesting to me, because I remember when we did bees, I was like blown away. I never thought about how a bee makes wax before. And then it like secretes it out this like
gland
bottom part. Yeah. So is it similar with the leafhopper? Is it?
Yeah, it's a similar process.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to do. They're pretty fun that way. Anyway, right. so life cycle stuff, pretty classic bug lives. You lay an egg in a leaf, the babies are born. Nymphs look like adults, but with tiny little wing buds. They feed on sap as well. They go through about 5 molts before becoming adults, and then the adults live for maybe a few weeks. So they have a pretty short life cycle. Because it only takes like a couple days, maybe a couple weeks for the eggs to hatch. Remember, it always depends on temperature. Is a big part on when eggs hatch. And how quickly bugs grow is also temperature dependent. So hotter weather, faster developmental time, basically. And when they come out, they do kind of like to hang around each other. And you will see a lot of leafhoppers together in one area. And again, they do have to avoid that sugary poop, but also they communicate, Amanda. They like to through. They like to. No, not through that. That's
not through secretions. Okay, good.
We're not having that kind of show today.
So are they vibrating?
They vibrate.
Each other?
Yeah.
Oh, I love when they vibrate.
It's very cute. So they vibrate on leaves, and they do this by tapping their abdomens, by shaking. A lot of it is like abdomen tapping. And you might see them do this. Even the nymphs will vibrate. And it's to kind of let each other know a few things. One, when the adults do it, it says, I'm ready to mate. Come find me. And they don't even have to be on the same. There's a study I read where two of them were on different grape plants and wiggling on two different leaves that were not connected, and they could still feel the vibration. So they don't even necessarily have to be on the same surface. But they
so it's not like they're vibrating through the plant that they're on. Like, oh, this leaf is. I'm feeling the vibrations through the leaf that we're both sitting on. It can travel some distance.
Yeah, it's a bit of both. Okay. But it's neat that it travels through non-touching leaves. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so they say like, I'm ready to mate if I'm an adult, or they say, hey, I'm gonna go to the next plant now. Let's all go together. Whoops, sorry, there's some sirens in the background, guys. I do live in a city. That is how it works. But yeah, so they, like I said, they like to stay together. Safety in numbers. They are not colonial like bees or ants. We call this gregarious, like ladybugs, and aphids. So they be together. So yeah, they'll like start their little shake dance, and everybody knows it's time to move to the next plant. They'll also do this to let everyone know a predator is around too. But I love bug communication like that. I think it's really interesting and not super well studied.
Bug communication is interesting to me because I and we talk about this a lot, that communication seems like a sophisticated thing for an animal to do. And given their size, we don't always assume that they have enough brain power to communicate with each other, because as humans, we have created an association between brain size and intelligence, right? Which, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know whether that's a valid connection or not. I simply do not know.
The correlation is usually like brain to brain, like brain to head size, but generally the bigger you are, the smarter. Well,
the more there is to do processes, right? That would make sense to me as a human who already created this system, where I already assume this to be true. But communication, it seems sophisticated, and it's wild to me when they do it. Like, what do they get out of it? What kind of, are they just, is it like fish where they're just like, okay, we're all going to swim this way now? And like, why do they do that? Is there a strategy to like survival when they all stick together? I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing that organisms this small can have not only communication with each other, but somewhat sophisticated communication where it's pointed, right? Like, this is my mate wiggle, this is my defense wiggle, this is my we're going to the next tree wiggle. It's not just, shaking and then we guess what's going on.
I'm active wiggling. Like, hey, that another bug is active. They're like, I am communicating a specific thing
through vibration, which is always fascinating.
I find it interesting when elephants communicate. I find it interesting when groundhogs communicate. And I think we're discovering all the time how much communicating animals are really doing with each other. Like, you mentioned the vibrating, and I immediately thought of elephants because they do like a low
rumble
that we don't hear. It's like beyond us, but elephants can sense it from like miles and miles. And whales, of course, do like these songs that travel miles and miles and miles underwater. And like, but those are both big animals with big brains. So my association is, okay, big animals, big brains, big communication. But like a groundhog isn't that big, and they're discovering that like they have sophisticated communication as well, where they're not just someone's coming, but like that guy we see every week in a red shirt with a dog is coming,
or a hawk
right?
is
like
above us, or
right, like that hawk is here. The yellow shirt woman is here. We need to get back underground. Like, it's crazy.
It's fascinating. It's really fascinating, and I love it. And every time I read about a new bug that is communicating, it always kind of blows my mind a little bit. And especially for bugs that are not all related to each other, right? Like bees or ants or wasps. It's not family communication, it's everybody else. You don't have a stake in other leafhoppers because they don't share your genes. So
Right.
yeah, it's cool. It's always cool.
It's cool. I just think it's neat, and I think
I'm always excited about it.
Want to believe we're special for communicating.
We're certainly special for other things, but not.
Every time we're in they have like a kids' future show. The dog's always wearing a collar that's like, "Hello, human, it's me." You know,
it would be my nightmare if my cats could talk to me. I don't want that.
Mother. Yes, but like clearly we want to talk to animals. So and like superheroes with animal-based powers can always talk to animals. Like Aquaman gets a lot of flack for not having a lot of cool powers, but being able to talk to fish would be cool. Okay, I'm sorry, I want to know what they're up to. So,
but if you think they're cool because they could communicate, let me tell you about how they move around.
Okay. I'm ready for the hopping section of our hoppers today.
Oh, it's beyond hopping. So what's interesting is they do migrate. So some species will migrate from the south to the north and the north to the south again, like birds. And you figure, how does a little dude, despite your hopping prowess,
how far could you really get as a little fella? You know, like we had Dr. Kite on recently. I don't know what order the episodes come out, guys. Sometimes it's the wrong order. But Dr. Kite talked a little bit about how the water beetle we had last week.
Oh, the giant water bug?
The giant water bug. I was like, the beetle's not the right word. The water bug, we talked about how they migrate a certain amount. And I was like, how? Why? You know, and so like, how far could you go? A monarch butterfly has wings, and it takes it multiple generations to get across the land, you know? So how far could you really hop? Like, is it really migrating when you go 4 miles, you know?
Well, what they do is they don't really get there on their own power. They get there via, it's called passive flight, because they're not really flying. They don't flap. They can kind of open those wings and they can close them, and it helps them get height or drop back down. But they travel through the lower part of the atmosphere through wind.
They're wind powering away. Interesting. That's so funny to have wings and then be like, these are useless. I'll be gliding to my next location.
But the problem with that, right, is so some of these leafhoppers are pests.
Pestilence.
As it happens, right? They so there's like the potato leafhopper, and obviously he's a problem for our taters, and I personally love potatoes. So this guy's on my list. But when
how dare you?
How dare you ruin my French fries? I had French fries yesterday. Fantastic.
My husband always says, I thought I loved potatoes, and then I met my wife, who actually loves potatoes.
Oh, I thought he meant he loved you.
He kind of uses it like as a double. People are like, oh, that's so sweet. He's like, no, you misunderstand. My wife loves potatoes.
Well, so does this little meanie, the potato leafhopper. And
I'll give her some French fries over here. Hold on.
But the ability to use the atmosphere when basically to move makes you an uncontrolled pest, because you're just blowing in. Everyone's blowing in together, eating the taters. They also end up transmitting disease, so viruses from one farm or one agricultural area to the next. They're little biohazards flying around through the atmosphere. So it's a real problem when they migrate these huge distances, because they're spreading these viruses to crop fields that probably did not already have it, or at least not in that abundance. My favorite part of this, not just that they are moving around this way, but the term is called aeroplankton.
Aeroplankton. Because like plankton just is like floating around in the water,
the ocean or the fresh water. Yeah, aeroplankton.
Wherever aeroplankton is so funny.
Isn't that cool? It's not well studied. It's really hard to take samples in the lower atmosphere. Scientists were using drones in this one study that producer Derek sent me, which was really interesting. It's just tough to sample. It's also, you can imagine how large of a space the lower atmosphere is. So both in 3 dimensions. So volume-wise would be difficult to catch things like that. I think it's fairly expensive, but worth it because we are trying to track these pests. I will say most leafhoppers are not pest species. Most of them are not a problem for us. It's just a few of these ones focused on our crops, and they obviously do not make up the majority of this group. So do not be upset if you see a cute little leafhopper in your yard. They're probably fine.
What is a pest, really? Pest is a human perspective on an animal doing what an animal does. I dare say pest isn't really a thing.
Well, don't ruin my potatoes, please, leafhopper.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. But, like, they're not the ones who planted the potato farm there. Hello. That was your fault.
But they're really cool. They have all these amazing adaptations. The crazy jumping ability, the vibration, camouflage, of course, for some species. I also forgot to mention, now, like all good little sapsuckers, they do have to excrete when they have too much, they have waste. They can actually pressurize that into a stream and, like, shoot it out their butts.
We talked about that a little bit with cicadas, which we already mentioned once. It's having a similar sort of body plan going on. Like, yeah, that's funny. Little squirt. Okay, squirt gun also being added.
She's
to
gonna
her
need
hand.
a squirt gun. They have very sticky pads on which are called patelle on their feet. If everyone remembers your bug vocabulary, a bug foot is called a tarsi, or a tarsus. Tarsi is plural. And they let them stick to really smooth surfaces, which, one, that's great just to move around, right? You're not worried about falling off of stuff. They can even stick to glass. And two, they can use that sticky pad to get maximum lift off while jumping. No slippage, just power right through the leg.
Before we move too far, Amanda, you should know that squirting power has given them the common name Sharpshooter.
Which is a good superhero name.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so I had given her a squirt gun, but she needs maybe something a little bit more sophisticated than that.
Sharpshooter, like a sniper rifle.
Yeah, maybe I need to look up some like fun cowgirls, Calamity Jane style.
But yeah, they're pretty amazing little guys. I think I've covered most of their adaptations. Sometimes we talk about a bug in culture if we can. The only cultural references I really found for this were the pest stuff. But they are, I think, quite beautiful. And I've seen artwork in museums based off of leafhoppers. I forgot this was years ago. So they are certainly inspiring people to make beautiful art. Now, Amanda, while you're putting together our sharpshooter hero, well, first of all, is it a hero or a villain?
Well, despite our pro-potato anti-pest stance, I think she's a hero. I mean, she doesn't seem to be doing much harm. And again, I don't really blame her for the potato thing. She's subject to the winds. If anyone, we should be blaming the winds.
She's just doing her job.
Yeah, I think she's a hero. I think because there's so many of them, I think she needs to be part of a team where but then I have to draw a team, so maybe not.
We do love a team.
We do love a team up. Assume she comes from like a huge family of all. Okay. With me here.
Oh boy.
You know how sometimes they'll have like families where like they all sing or they all play an instrument and then they like tour together. That, but every single sister is a sharpshooter of some kind, and they all have like a thing that they do. Like, oh, I always shoot pie tins or whatever it is. I don't know how sharpshooting works.
I always shoot a soda bottle filled with colored water. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Remember? Now I'm thinking about the Olympics, the 2025.
That guy. the guy who became a
but
meme. Yeah.
Because he was like so casually holding his gun. But there was also like a sharpshooter who had like a really cool glasses situation.
Oh, you could give her some sweet glasses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I need to completely ditch my draft here so far. Hold on. I think I can keep the basic posture because I had kind of like a woohoo, like a little jumping.
Oh yeah.
Posture, but okay, hold on. Now I gotta look up what the glasses look like.
And I will ask while you're drawing, how many legs?
Again, she does seem pretty like innocuous. Like she's just like hanging out. She's not. I mean, other than the potatoes, and I assume other things, the disease, whatever. Again, I don't really blame her for that. It seems like she's just chilling like a villain, like with her friends. She's out to brunch. She's having fun. Okay,
Fully waxed.
Oh, fully waxed. She's waxed up. She's with her gals. She's sharpshooting. When one of them says, "Let's blow this scene," they all go together. It's great. Yes, 6 out of 6.
Derek is sending photos of the glasses,
Oh, okay.
the sharpshooter glasses in the
Good.
Discord.
Yes, where they like block off one eye. Yeah. Okay. I gotta make her way cooler than that. I kind of have her like kind of like cute and like, I'm a leafhopper. But we need to change the vibe here. She needs to be.
You got to give her the eye block. That's amazing.
I gotta give her the eye block. Yes.
I would.
A teleporting sniper
is cool.
What is a totally different vibe than what I originally had, but it is so cool.
And
like
it's totally her too, and simply her.
Because, like, that's the thing with snipers, right? Like, every time you see it in media, they're like, where's it coming from? Mm-hmm. But if you could also teleport, they could not pin you down. They would not figure out where you were shooting from. And then you could just get to the next vantage point and be like, okay, I couldn't reach them from the top of this building. Let me try this parking garage. Okay, now I can and, like, they change positions because they're under sniper fire. Readers or listeners can't see me.
Flailing around.
They can't see me. Yeah, my fake running. Maybe they can hear it in my voice that I'm fake running right now. But I'm running to a new position because a sniper is out there. Okay, well, they got me from this window. I got to get away from this window. Wrong! Because the teleporting sniper is here. Okay, totally different vibes. We're changing here. This is no longer a shoujo anime. We're going straight to, like, a shonen serious anime. Okay, hold on.
Derek is asking you to use the candy-striped leafhopper motif, which you get a photo
it's
of.
very good. Well, red and blue. You can't red, beat blue, it when it comes to yellow. Superheroes.
I think I would also give it 6 out of 6. There's a lot of stuff going on in a tiny, tiny little guy, and I'm here for it. I enjoy it. The communication is cool. The fact that I got to say aeroplankton on the podcast makes me very happy. She gets points for that. And everything about them is pretty interesting, and they look cool. They look super, super cool.
Now I gotta figure out how to show that she can teleport at the same time that she's sniping. I think my only recourse is to
do we
go to
use
more
like
Olympic
a portal
pictures.
from the Portal game?
yeah, maybe that. Yeah. Oh man, I say now you're thinking with portals all the time, as like my reference of like instead of you're cooking with gas, I always say now you're thinking with portals, and people never know what I'm saying to them. Oh well. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of dead air here while I look up a new.
That's all right. We just leave it quiet, and Derek can chop it out.
Yeah. Do I go for... Because normally I try to do a pose where you can see the whole body, but now I'm wondering if I need to do a pose where it's just all about that sharpshoot, baby.
Maybe what we should start doing is Amanda does the drawing, and then in, like, on the side, like, almost like a Pokemon card, we list the superhero abilities.
Yeah, hero cards would be a fun
like
thing
hero
to do.
cards, yeah.
Definitely. Okay,
this way, because if you can't draw teleportation, it's kind of tough. But we definitely list it as this is what this hero
in
can
comics
do.
they always do like the little line thing. So that's my plan to do the little like fade in, fin out. Like they do it with Nightcrawler a lot. They have like that's part of why they give him the poof too, though. Is because like that's a visual representation of he just got here. Poof. Bamf, as they say.
Yeah, bamf. Amanda, it would be really cool if we made a series of superhero cards out of all of them.
I think I'm gonna have to eventually, yeah. So, when we eventually do a Patreon, that could be one of the things.
Yeah,
that, like,
you can get the whole
like,
collection.
Here's your trading card of our heroes. We're cool. We have trading cards. That'd be a good business card idea too. Here's your
Oh,
trading
yeah.
card.
Yeah, come find us at events and get a business card and try to collect all the business cards. That'd be fun.
This is the most. I hate to use the word gangsta. This is the most gangster pose. It's this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. She's cash. She's hanging with her girlies. I love the idea also that she's camouflaged by seeming like you think of a sniper and you think they're like dressed in all black and blah blah blah, but she's like dressed like she's going to brunch, and then she whips
Yeah.
out the glasses and puts them on. In Spy Family, I know you probably haven't watched Spy Family, but in Spy Family they have like a visual like a facial change on one of the assassin characters, and you're like, oh no, she's entered assassin mode. It's gonna be like that. Like, she looks like she's just hanging with the girlies, and then all of a sudden they all whip out these glasses and put them on, and like, oh, it's about to go down. They're about to
That's
like
awesome.
take someone
Yeah.
out. I am still going to make the gun a squirt gun, simply for PG podcast reasons. But no in your mind. That she's taking you out. Have you seen that thing recently? It was not a thing when I was in high school, but apparently it has become a game where all the seniors will play like a big squirt gun game, where if you get taken out by another senior with a squirt gun, you're out, and then there's like one survivor of this squirt gun game. I keep
have
seeing
not.
it
It sounds
on like
fun, but
I keep seeing it on like TikToks and stuff of like the elaborate ways in which people took out their friends from this game. Okay, what sort of brunchy outfit should she have?
I don't know.
I mean, you're the one who lives in the big city, so I assume you're always seeing women who are like about to go to brunch.
Yeah, but about to go to brunch now can be anything from
That's
you're like
true.
really fancy to yoga pants and
True,
like a
true,
light
true.
top.
Okay, so let's think. I think we need to give her a long coat just because long coats are cool and she's cool now.
Long coats are cool.
Long coats are cool. If the if the early 2000s taught me anything, it's that long coats are cool. Let's give her. Oh, I gotta give her French fries back
She does need a side of fries.
with one hanging out of her mouth, so that she's not smoking, because smoking isn't cool. But having a cigarette in your mouth does look cool.
Having a fry in her mouth looks even cooler.
Even cooler. Hold on, I'm adding the teleporting line so you know she just got here. Still need a brunchy outfit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of brunchy outfit you want to go for.
I think like I said, the overcoat I think is very New York brunch. And then like a long coat with a crop top is always funny to me. 'Cause I'm like, what are you doing? You're trying to combine two fashion trends at once.
Surprised you're not trying for like a K-pop Demon Hunters vibe, given
How much I love K-pop Demon Hunters right now. That's fair. I could do a K-pop Demon Hunters thing, if you liked. One of the big things in streetwear, as they call it, right now is something. I'm gonna reveal too much about myself here. Never mind. But the tight top with the loose pant is very in right now.
Oh. Well, I think you gotta have balance. You can either have like a loose top and a tight bottom, or
or the
other way around. Yeah. I am seeing some fashion right now where everything is loose, and it just it's not my cup of tea. It just looks kind of boxy and
I because like the big jeans are back, like the big
jeans are back.
Yeah, and the fashionable kids have realized you need the tight top to go with the big jeans, but there are still like, I'm wearing a giant sweater because giant sweaters are in, and I'm wearing my giant jeans because giant jeans are in, and like, oh, see, now you've become a head floating around on clothes.
Yeah,
especially if you add like the floppy hat on top. Now you're just you're a ghost of clothes. The crop top sweater, because that's very in right now. The crop top sweater.
Yeah, I don't understand it. If you need to wear a sweater, you're gonna have a chilly tummy.
It's the puffer jacket all over again. My arms are hot, but my body is cold. Should we give her a crossbody bag? That's what all the youths wear, right?
Yep, crossbody bags.
Crossbody bags.
Or the kind of the fanny pack around the
around the middle. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give her suspenders to kind of replicate that striping we saw on a lot of them. I have to do a lot of cleanup and post on this one. Don't tell anybody. Okay, I'm gonna give her some chunky heels. I know you love a chunky heel because you were a teenager in the early 2000s. And that's all they wore were these creepers. I think just to kind of reference a sort of militaristic sharpshooter lifestyle, but also because they're in right now. I'm gonna tuck her big pants into her military shoes.
I love the military shoes.
Na. Ignore the messiness of my sketch. As always, ignore the messiness of my sketch. Okay, hold on, let me quickly. Okay, so now we need to figure out, I've got like the base down. Now we need to figure out how to make her more clearly buggish.
I mean, the glasses are amazing.
I think the sniper glasses are so cool. Like,
cool.
What? Some aura farming happening with the glasses. I'm sorry, that is a vibe.
Yeah, I like it. Look, it does look like she's teleporting. I like the little gun. It's fantastic, Amanda.
All right, I'm trying to figure out what we can like make her more clearly, like a hero coded. I guess is we kind of gave her like an incognito sort of, like you don't notice her at all thing, but and then she's here and she's gone.
Yeah, I don't know how else to make her more hero-y, other than, you know what, you're going to give her kind of bright colors, right? That always feels hero-y to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then the color stage will be vital this time.
Fantastic, Amanda. So we were both giving this sweet little bug 6 out of 6 legs. Do you have any other thoughts after today's recording?
For having been just playing along with every time you mentioned leaf, any time you mentioned the leafhopper, where I was like, yes, of course. Mm-hmm. I was expecting them to be more just tiny grasshoppers, but they really are their own thing, which I think is really cool. That I just was assuming something about them, and then it turned out not to be true. You know what happens when you make assumptions, when you assume things, you get it wrong. But for me assuming that it was just this innocuous little bug, it turns out it had some really cool powers. I think the sharpshooter thing is really cool. Producer Derek mentioned in the Discord that when they decimate a plant, it's called H.O.P.P.E.R.B.U.R.N.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool name.
A very cool, like, oh yeah.
I
think you'd have to call.
Would her superhero name be H.O.P.P.E.R.B.U.R.N or Sharpshooter?
I think she is a sharpshooter, but the organization she operates within is called H.O.P.P.E.R.B.U.R.N.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah.
Her and her other
associates,
her other brunching friends. Yeah. They're like out to brunch, like, I'm sorry, I can't stay, guys. I have a 6 o'clock to take care of. And then
and they all understand.
Hear about it on the news. And they all know. They're like, oh, catch you next time, girly. I also really like the idea that like they're like sweet and cute during the day, and then they whip out these glasses and put them on, and like there's a total personality change. I think that's a very cool trope. I know it is a trope, but I really like it. And they're just like trying to do their thing. Yeah.
Well, now you know.
I like them.
Now when I go, it's kind of like a leaf hopper. You'll go, oh yes, and you will know.
I'll know now. Now I won't have to pretend. Now I'll go, oh, okay. I know what you mean now. I've been on a bug podcast for 3 years, and I know what a leafhopper is. That's what I'll say. All right. Well, this would be a good one if you want to draw a bug, but you don't want to draw one of my bugs. You want to draw your own bug. Draw me a cute girly out to brunch, and then put some sniper glasses on her, and she can be part of the team. She can be part of a H.O.P.P.E.R.B.U.R.N. And then let us know about it in the Reddit, because you can always find us in the Reddit, Bugs Need Heroes Reddit. You can also find us on Blue Sky and on Instagram.
And you can email us.
On Facebook. You can email us at bugsneedheroes@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to make trading cards with you.
We love you.
Other than that, we love you. Goodbye. Bugs Need Heroes was created by Derek Conrad and Kelly Zimmerman. Hosted by Amanda Niday and Kelly Zimmerman. Bugs Need Heroes is produced and edited by Derek Conrad, with some assistance from Chelsea Bodden and a few cats. Character art is by Amanda Niday. Our music is Ladybug Castle by Roll Music. Got a bug question? Email us at bugsneedheroes@gmail.com. Check us out at bugsneedheroes.com, and most of the socials are under Bugs Need Heroes. Thanks for stopping by. Large fries.